Hi, I'm Andrew Eggleton. I do like a bit of DIY. I like the challenge, and it's always good to save a few dollars along the way. But once you get past that simple painting and decorating stuff, you might need a few pointers to help you get the job done right, just like a professional. The challenge today is to put in a garden wall for my landscaping. I've never done that before, so I'm going to go see my mate Peter on his site, and he'll show me how a real professional does it. Morning.
How you, mate?
How are you?
Good.
Peter's asked me to draw up a plan of what we wanted so we could work out what tools and materials we will need.
That looks great.
Now, I've gone for the Firth Ezi Wall block. What do you think?
That's a great choice. It's really affordable and it's easy to use.
Yeah, I really like this granite look.
That's good. With Firth Ezi Wall block, we're going to need 7 units per metre.
Yep.
We're going to need some scoria and we're going to need some gap 7 for the base. Let me work that out for you.
Yeah, good idea. Let's work that out properly. You know, I hate going back for things you've forgotten, or even worse, buying more than you need. So Peter worked out that we needed 112 Ezi Wall blocks, 28 Ezi Wall caps, half a cubic metre of gap 7, which is aggregate maximum 7 millimetres in diameter, quarter a cubic metre of scoria or suitable drainage aggregate. And for tools, shovel, spade, wheelbarrow, string lined and pegs, tape measure, masonry chisel, a can of dazzle for marking, rake, float, rubber mallet, gloves, safety glasses, compactor which you can hire, and your best mate, the spirit level.
So this is Ezi Wall.
Yep, looks good. How much do we need? Yep, quarter of a metre.
Yep.
Gap 7.
We'll need a quarter of a metre of that.
Okay. There you go. Lovely. Thank you.
We're going to put our pegs in, our height pegs, and they're the same pegs that they're going to use for our string line. And once we've marked that out, we're going to cut the side. There you go. Right. It's our string set. Safety caps, okay, so we don't have any injuries and we don't trip over. You can buy them from placemakers.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to make a reference point for our compass. Take a metre from that string and a metre from that string, and that should just about give us where our pin needs to go. We have to be mindful that we don't put that pin through the pipe. Put a cap on there. Okay. Now what I'll get you to do, Andrew, is to hold that on there, mate. And I'll be the one to get the paint on my fingers. And there's our radius.
Or you could use a piece of string, couldn't you?
You could use a hose.
Oh, yep. That's a good tip. So you could just use a bit of garden hose.
Yeah, this makes it a bit more accurate. Right, now we just need to mark out our trench from the back of the string line to the front. So we're going to have 300 mark out from the string line.
Ah, I see.
So if we just come along and dot mark it, we'll just join those up. Okay, now we're ready to do your favourite part of the job,
Yeah.
the digging.
Ah, mate, I was born to dig.
I can see that. You loosen it and I'll come along behind you. But we're getting down to our 200 mark. We'll get Andrew to check that in a minute with the tape measure. Just clean those last little pieces up. All right, that's us. Okay, let's check the depth of the trench.
We'll be looking for 200.
We're looking for 200, that's right. Excellent, look, we've got 200 to the bottom of the level. Happy the digging's over?
Absolutely. Okay.
Excellent.
What's next?
Well, now we're going to trade the spades for the shovels and wheelbarrows. And we'll just get our base metal in first. Tip it slowly into the trench. Just give it a little shake. That's great. Okay, we're just going to get a rough guide for the height of our base before we compact it. It's our starting height for our bottom block will be 50 mil below the ground level.
Okay.
We're going to fill it to the top, which is at 200 mil of base. When we compact, we'll lose about 50 in compaction. That 50 mil is going to be our bedding layer.
Right, got you.
Would you like to have a turn? You can go back the other way.
Yeah, sure. So we've marked out the site and dug a trench. 300 mil wide, 200 mil deep, filled it with gap 7, and compacted down to 150 mils.
Okay, we're going to check the levels again, and we're going to have a starting height for our first block. Okay, we'll need that float. I'll just put a bit more metal in here. It's going to be our bedding metal. What we'll do is we'll bring that across there like that, and that's our height given to us from our ground level. Before we set the string line, we're going to put a block in place. We can check the level on that.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's great that way as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reset our string line. I'm going to check how level our string line is. Okay, if you take the cap off and just tap that a couple of light taps. Okay, excellent, that's level. This is our bedding material. This layer is the most important because this is the foundation block. So if you get this layer wrong, it'll show up in the wall as you go up.
Right.
So what we'll do is get our level in here, just bring it across and make it nice and smooth. See how that bubble's sitting nice and level?
Yep.
Okay, we're ready to lay some blocks.
So we put in our 50 mil bedding layer and set the string line level to the height of 1 block.
This is our foundation block. That's one that's going to set where the others are going to follow. That's the start of our wall. Okay, and to check our level, our spirit bubble is still level.
Looking good.
It's looking good. Right, now we've turned one long way and now this one's going short. Okay.
Here we go.
Last one for this row. It's just important as the first block, the last block, and every block that's on that line.
I'm really proud of what I've done so far. Should we just check my handiwork?
What you've done.
It's very important to get the first layer of blocks absolutely level because it would be very difficult to adjust the other layers. What's the brush for?
Well, to get away all the debris that's sitting on top of the first row, so the second row doesn't roll around on the top, otherwise it'll be like ball bearings. We're going to centralise this first block.
Why are these going in between each block? Is that just for strength?
Yeah, staggering effect as well if you're looking, yeah, and strength. It's a bonding pattern.
Okay.
Like a brick bond. Okay, there we go. See they're settling in quite nicely there.
Very nice, yes.
There they go.
Should we just keep plugging away?
Yep. Okay, before we carry on with the third layer, what we're going to do is we're going to take out our string lines because we're going to start backfilling with our scoria and some of our leftover soil to start building up as we're going.
Okay.
Okay, what we're going to do is shovel the scoria in and we want it to slope from the bottom up to the top of the block.
All right.
So we're not going to waste it.
Okay.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm just going to build up behind it with some of the soil that we excavated out. That way we're not wasting our scoria. Now we've come to cutting one. There you have it. Just like that. We'll put the last of our third row in and that'll hold the cut in.
Once you get started, the wall goes up fairly quickly. Backfill as you go, and when you get to the last layer, backfill with garden soil to finish off.
Okay, let's drag that around and we're just about done.
Scoria is used for drainage. You'll need to make it about 300 mil wide and use your excavated soil to level off. Use the last block height to fill with topsoil. Job done. Awesome job. Hey, thanks, Peter.
Yep, we've done it properly. Good materials, well constructed, well done.
And you know what?
What?
I reckon it was so easy, I could do it myself next time.
Yep, I think you could do it yourself.
Hey, but don't go away. I want to talk to you about another small job for next week.
I'm off.
Hey, check out the Firth website for more how-tos before you start your next job. Seriously, Peter, look, it's just a small barbecue area. I've got these ideas.
See ya.